Okay. Hey guys, it's Phantom, and welcome back, or welcome to my channel for another episode of the Ask Phantom podcast. So, as usual, we're still talking about online schools. Um, from, like, from elementary to college. Um, yeah, from elementary to college. And in this episode, we're going to be talking about Pearson. Online academy, and I'm pretty sure this is a private school, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a private school. Okay, so let me go ahead and switch, turn my window capture on so you guys can see if you're, watching on YouTube, which I will post this on YouTube. So, we're talking about Pearson. I'm also going to talk about like K-12 and stuff, and like find a couple more schools, and then start finding colleges and stuff. So, let's see. Oh yeah, it's an it's a private school. For grades K through 12. So, okay. First off, why do I find schools that are like K through 12? And I mean, okay, some are just like elementary school, and if you guys don't know, elementary school goes up from like, well, in my mind, elementary school goes from like preschool or kindergarten all the way up to 5th grade. That's when elementary school stops, and then middle school starts from 6th to 8th. I mean, at least the one that I'm used to. Some junior highs and high schools start at like, okay, there are some junior highs that are like high schools, or yeah, like some junior highs or high schools that start. Okay, so some high schools may start, when it comes to grades, at like 10th grade and go to 12th grade, because some schools may count ninth grade, but usually high school is like 4 years, but that depends on the school. So online private school for grades K through 12, and mind you, you have to pay for online. You have to pay for online school. Public is different because public is like paid for by the state, which is why it is free to go to, to go to public school. You don't have to pay tuition, but with private you do. Yeah, private you have to pay tuition. I think monthly, if I remember correctly, because I used to attend a private school. So yeah, you have to pay tuition. Okay. For college, yes, you have to pay tuition, but that's different. what I'm talking about is when it comes to school, like before college. Um, so like anything before college, which is why college is called higher education, because you're an adult usually when you start college. Some people are, you know, almost adults. And some people are already adults. So, because it depends on like your birth year, your birth month, um, and stuff like that. So some people may graduate high school at 17, some at 16. Okay, you can graduate whenever you want, which is why a lot of people choose online school because they want to get ahead. Because they want to get ahead, or maybe they don't learn a certain way. So let's read about Pearson. Pearson Online Academy is an accredited online private school for students in K through 12. Brought to you by the experts in virtual learning, we empower students worldwide to achieve academic excellence through our affordable, high quality online education that emphasizes college prep. If you guys don't know what college prep is it's a section. Okay, so basically how it works. Like gen ed, um, gen ed classes, college prep classes, um, AP classes, and the highest you can go is like college level classes. Okay, AP counts as college level classes, but like for some people, for some schools, they offer college courses um, in high school. So that's pretty much how it works. So if you guys don't know what college preparatory courses are, I can kind of fill you in on that because I took college prep courses when I was in high school. Um, Pretty much all of my classes were college prep, um, except for one because I was taking an actual college class my senior year. So, college prep classes are courses. They're courses that get you ready for they're courses that get you ready for college if you're choosing to go to college. College is a choice, so you don't have to go to college if you don't want to, but it is a choice. Um, and I will be talking about colleges soon, mainly online colleges because that's like easier. That's easier for me in my opinion. It's not that I don't want to go to physical college. It's just, you know, it's not for me because of what I do. I mean, I work full time. I'm busy, so I don't I don't really want to do brick and mortar college either. Um or like on campus college. So, let's just read through this. So it emphasizes college prep. So I'm pretty sure it like encourages that students take college preparatory courses, which is a good thing. I'm not saying don't take college prep courses because, it'll help you in the long run. Trust me, it helped me even though I was stressed, even though I was like very stressed out when I was in when I was in my senior year taking a college course. I took a college English course, by the way. So, pursue academic success. Students explore what's possible at Pearson Online Academy with a personalized online education that creates opportunities. Our accredited college preparatory program, so schools, okay, also schools have to be accredited um, by like the state or whatever, but they do have to be accredited to be an actual school. Just letting you know. So students explore what's possible at Pearson with a personalized online education that creates opportunities. Our accredited college preparatory program gives students the flexibility to focus on their interests and learn from anywhere in the world with a high quality curriculum that means rigorous US that meets rigorous US education standards. High quality curriculum, a challenging K-12 curriculum, certified online teachers teach every class. So they're like certified in virtual learning, like actual virtual learning. Flexible learning, because that is very important for some people. They want to be flexible. Like same with college. Like you want to be flexible in college, especially if you have a job. Especially if you have a job in college. Like I mean, people have said, "Oh, oh, you can't do whatever you do and go to school." And it's like, yeah, you can. Especially if you're, especially if you want to start, especially if you want to start providing for yourself, you have to do something. Um, but yeah, like the whole misconception of like you can't work and do school at the same time, and it's like, yeah, you can. It's very stressful, but flexibility is key, which is why I'm for online school. Okay, I've always been for it, okay? Like it's just something for me. Like if I decide to do college, I'm going to do online college because it'll work for me. Um and so on and so forth because I've basically had a job since I was a teenager, like early teenager. So yeah, like someone who has a busy schedule, typical school, like typical brick and mortar school where you go from class to class isn't for them. Like especially if they're, on on sports teams, if they travel a lot, because some people do like to, travel. Um or some people like have to travel. Um so like Pearson Online Academy is an affordable online private school for grades K through 12, which is kindergarten through 12th grade, which 12th grade is senior. Um, and then you start college, which is so basically there's like, you know, elementary, elementary school, middle school slash junior high, and then there's high school. And for people that are confused, there's high school, like high school, freshman, junior, sophomore, or, freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. I'm sorry. Uh, you know, like for anyone that's mixed up with college and how high school works, it's freshman, sophomore, junior, senior for high school, and then you usually would graduate at like 17 or 18 years old depending on your birth year and your birth month. Um And then for college, it's freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, but usually you'd graduate at 20 to 21 years old when you're in college. And some people start college earlier because they can graduate earlier. But you have to be very motivated to do so. Which is why a lot of people choose online school, because they want to, because they want to get ahead and they want to graduate early. Um, so maybe they could like start on college early. Like there are people that have started college at like 17 years old and like graduated at 20. Um, because they finished high school at like 17 years old and started college in the fall, or whenever. I mean, you would start college anytime, but usually like August to September is when you'd start college. So, Pearson Online Academy is an affordable online private school for grades K through 12 where students can learn and excel from anywhere. At every grade level, students take core courses in math, science, language arts / English. If you guys don't know what language arts is, it's English, social studies, and electives. Students learn online using our high quality curriculum taught by certified teachers who are experts in online learning. Through our outstanding curriculum, or our graduates are well prepared to succeed in college and beyond. I mean, okay, not everyone wants to go to college, which that's okay, but some people, want to hold off on college because maybe they want to learn to provide for themselves before they go to college. Because college can be very stressful. As like the whole college process when you're in high school can be very stressful. I should know.
Hi, I'm one of the co-founders of Connections Academy, and I'm here with the exciting news.
Oh, so, okay. If you guys don't know what Connections Academy is, it's an online public school. I talked about it in a previous podcast episode, and I guess this is their private school branch. Okay, Connections Academy isn't private, it's public. And Pearson is private. If you guys are wondering, Connections Academy uses the Pearson curriculum. You may have heard of it because it's their curriculum. Like some schools use curriculums like um, Holt McDougall and Reinhardt. Others use Pearson, which is what Connections uses. And so this must be their online private school branch.
That International Connections Academy is now Pearson Online Academy.
Okay, so Connections International Academy is now known as Pearson. So,
as the world's learning company, Pearson shares our passion for education. Under our new name, we'll continue to offer families all over the world an accredited and affordable online private education.
yeah, it's private. It's private education. So, as I said, private school is a little bit different, but not really. I mean, okay. So, private schools that are on, that are like brick and mortar and you actually have to come to school, they are pretty different because some private schools are, I don't know, like, they focus on, religion. Well, some schools. I don't know if every school does, but some schools do. Like, you have to wear uniforms. Like, okay, you have to, like, dress a certain way, which is usually, like, uniforms or whatever, but, I mean, it's kind of the same. It just depends on how, things are taught. Okay, some people don't always have a good experience in private school, um, mainly because of how they learn things, probably, most likely. At least, that's what it was like for me. I I didn't have the best school experience in general.
At Pearson Online Academy, we provide students in grades K through 12 with a high quality and personalized education experience. A student's location is never an obstacle at Pearson Online Academy. We accept students from across the U.S. and literally around the globe, giving them
Mhm.
a unique opportunity to access a high quality online private education from anywhere. We use a proven curriculum but combine it with engaging cutting edge technology. And we offer real time collaboration between students and their specialized teachers and between students and their peers. Our curriculum includes gifted programming, honors courses, AP classes.
So yeah. So like gifted programs, honors courses, I totally forgot about honors. AP classes, which are basically college courses for high school students.
Electives, world
Electives,
languages.
world language, like world languages. It's kind of okay. In schools, it's kind of a requirement um to take a foreign language in high school. Um like for me, I took Spanish for 2 years. Spanish Spanish was a very difficult language for me to learn. I wasn't all that great at Spanish either. Um but some schools have like Spanish and French. I know my school did. They had Spanish and French as choices. Some schools have more choices than that, but that's what my school did.
Whole spectrum that you would expect in a high quality and robust U.S. curriculum offering. Students have the freedom to take those classes from anywhere,
Right.
so they can pursue their own interests and focus
Mhm.
on.
Like, the thing that I like about online school, okay, not everyone is for it. Some people are against it. Not everyone's for it, but I've always been for it. There's nothing wrong with online school, but it's like some people want to pursue their interests. Like maybe you're into music, maybe you're into sports and gymnastics and all those other types of things, or theater, or something, or maybe you're an equestrian, maybe you like horseback riding and dealing with animals, or like maybe you have some other type of interest that you want to pursue that going to a brick and mortar you know just doesn't work for you. Or maybe you maybe you have a job where you have to be at work at a certain time and stuff like that, and you can't really fit school in your work schedule. So online school would be perfect for that, as I've said. um I will probably do maybe a like bonus. I'll probably start doing bonus episodes for the podcast as well. Um that I will, upload to YouTube as well, to be a part, to be a part of the podcast. Um, talking about this. There's a lot of stuff I want to talk about than just online school.
On diverse extracurricular activities
Mm-hmm.
from online chess club with us to sports activities in their local community.
Right.
So what do students get when they attend Pearson Online Academy? We've seen that attending a high-quality K-12 school like ours significantly improves a student's chance of accessing great opportunities after high
Mm-hmm.
school. Our students advance academically and move on to bright futures, often to the U.S. university of their choice or a university anywhere around the globe.
Right.
Graduates credit our program with developing them into self-directed, confident learners that can thrive in today's higher education environment and, frankly, in the world of work beyond. Our students are recognized as strong applicants at colleges everywhere, with strong transcripts and SAT scores that are typically about 100 points above.
And yes, you have to take SATs. Okay. So, yes, you do have to take SATs in high school if you plan on attending colleges. Um, I'm pretty sure it's optional. I know I didn't take the SATs or the preliminary SATs, slash pre-SATs in high school, but it was encouraged to take the SATs when you were in high school. Also, one thing about private school, well, not every private school, but some private schools do like SAT testing in elementary school. Not, I don't think every school does, but I know like high school, it's very common to take SAT school, to take like SATs and PSATs and all these other like state types of tests, you know, for colleges.
The national average. Virtually every one of our students who applies to college or university gets in. And last year, our graduates earned more than $4 million in scholarships to take with them on their
Wow.
post-secondary journey. Our parents are really satisfied too. 96% of our parents at Pearson Online Academy say they would recommend the school to other families. And that's been true year after year in the 10 years of the school's history.
Mm-hmm.
So we're excited to welcome your family to our Pearson Online Academy experience. Enrollment is open now for the current academic year. I hope you'll seize this opportunity for your child's future by enrolling today. We look forward to challenging your student and guiding them to pursue academic success and a brilliant future.
Mm-hmm. So I actually watched some videos on Pearson. I'll probably, like go onto YouTube and find them. So obviously, okay. So let me talk about college for a little bit. So, as you guys know, I'm for online schools. There's nothing wrong with online school at all. And, well, in my opinion, there's nothing really wrong with online school at all. But the thing when it comes to college is, which I will definitely talk about, oops, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, oops, that's not good. Hold on. Okay. Oops, I forgot that I was in my other account. So, So hopefully this is the right one. There's like a bunch of different Pearson, there's like a bunch of different um, Pearson channels. Hold on, wait.
Baby girl.
Yes, mom?
Can we have stank room?
Oh no. My computer's 7%. Oh no, that's not good. Oh, it's on Google Chrome, not YouTube. Oops, I knew something was wrong. Okay, that's better. Okay, so I'll be right back. I'm gonna plug in the computer because it's gonna die. Okay, I'm back. So I'm probably gonna watch one video. Oops, wrong thing. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to go here. I recommend like looking up the schools. Um, so like Pearson online and blended learning overview of Pearson's online school program for grades K through 12. So maybe like an overview would be good to watch.
Does your daughter want challenging honors and AP courses or exciting and unique electives? Is your son in need of a learning schedule that gives him the flexibility to pursue personal talents and passions? At our school,
Like, okay, the second one would definitely be me. I honestly, if I was in online school, like from you know from elementary to high school, I would probably be doing things that I wanted to do. I'd probably be doing a lot of traveling or something like that. Who knows? Who knows what I'd be doing? But I sure wouldn't be sitting in a classroom. Um, I sure wouldn't be sitting in a traditional classroom because that's like I kind of like if I decided to have a job younger, than I um, started working at, I would most likely have done online school or some type of art school, like, or some type of art school or something like that. Um,
School, your child can enjoy these benefits and more. Our program is dedicated to preparing every student for a bright future filled with possibilities. Choosing the right school can transform a child's life. And because every child
right.
is unique, a one size fits all approach to education isn't always effective.
That I agree. I definitely agree with that because in today's society, people are like, oh, you have to do like brick and mortar school. Oh, you have to do brick and mortar school for like how many years um do people usually do school for? Like 13 years. Some people skip preschool and kindergarten. Um, I've known some people that like skip. I've known some people that skip preschool and kindergarten and just go to first grade. Like, okay, with certain people, it's normal to skip preschool, like preschool, pre-K, and kindergarten, and then go to first grade. But not everyone's like that. But like, not like a typical approach to learning for some people doesn't fit well with others, and I have to agree, and I have to like solidly, strongly agree with that because, like, I mean, it didn't work for me. It may not work for me as a parent. When I become a parent, it may not work for my children. When I decide to have kids, it may not work for me or my children. Um, plus, like, you have to think about those people that work a lot, like, and can't really get their child to school on time, or doesn't want to, have the bus pick them up every day. Then online would be perfect for them. Would be perfect for said families, because then you can know that your child is getting a good education, and if you need to like talk with the teachers, if you need to like talk with the teachers or something, the parent is like in the same vicinity as their child, so it's perfectly fine. Um, Honestly, brick and mortar would not work for me in the future because I work all the time. If you haven't noticed, like, I'm always working. I'm always busy, so it probably wouldn't work out. Probably wouldn't work out for me, to be honest. And plus, now that I'm out of school, like, it makes me think, oh my gosh, the school day really does go by really. The school, like the typical school day of like 8 to 2 or 8 to 3, or for some people 7:25 or 7:30 to 2 goes by really fast. It may not seem that way when you're like in the moment and actually at school, like on school grounds, because days just seem to go by slow when you're in school. But yeah, the day actually goes by pretty fast. Like, I mean, I'm for example, I'm usually awake between, okay, it depends, but I'm usually awake before 6 pretty much every day except for maybe weekends. Um okay, for high school I basically, or in school I basically woke up at I woke up like at 5, like at around 5 every day. And um I was awake, I got ready, I had breakfast, and I left and went to school. And school for me would start at like around 7, like 7:20 to 7:20, like 7:20 or 7:25. And then school would get out for me at like 2 every single day. Like, people may think, "Oh, that's early. Oh, you must have like an an early out schedule every day." And it's like, "No, it's just how my school was." Some schools you get out at some schools you get out at 3. Um it just depends on what school, it just depends on what school you go to and how their schedule is. Basically, our minimum days um were basically our minimum days. We'd most likely get out at like 1 or something, and then for final exams, we were only at school for like 4 hours. So, like, basically, final exams, you couldn't eat lunch at all. You had two finals. Basically, how they did it, since you were only at school for 2 hours, or like, no, you were at school for 4 hours, but each final took like each final they gave you 2 hours. Um, so basically, how finals would work was you would have school, you'd be at school from 7 you'd be at school from 7 to noon. Um, and you'd have two finals, so you'd have like, um, you'd have second and third, fourth and fifth, or like fifth and sixth, because fourth period, okay, fourth period for some would be, okay, fourth period for freshmen and sophomores would be lunch, and then fourth period for juniors and seniors would be whatever class they had, and then we'd have like fifth period lunch, or whatever. So basically, how it worked was you'd have, I'm pretty sure it was like second and third, uh, fourth and like 4th and 6th, or like 4th and 6th, or 3rd and 5th, depending on what grade you were in. And then usually the last day, it would be 1st and 7th. That's basically how finals would work. I know last year we actually didn't have final exams, which was a good thing. But yeah, that's usually how we did final exams. And final exams were very stressful. Like, okay, we had midterms, and then we had finals at the end of the year. And midterms are like tests that, are done in the middle of term, um, like middle of the semester is when midterms usually happened, and then we'd have finals. We have finals like 2 times a year. We had finals for the fall like fall and winter semester, um, which was the first half of the year, and then we'd come back in January usually, and have then we'd come back in January usually and have um, finals during the spring semester, which would usually be in May. So, because usually we'd like graduate each grade, we'd move on to each grade after that, unless you were a senior, then you'd walk across the stage or be done in May. Like usually we'd be done in May. That's usually when we finished our classes. So basically, how it worked was you finish your classes, um, you took finals, um, then you'd fully be done with said class, and then you'd get your final grade. Um, when they say like it counts towards your final grade, they're talking about final exam grades, to determine your actual grade, because mind you, your grades are going to fluctuate in school. Like one day you're going to be passing, and then the next day you're not going to be passing anymore. So your grades will fluctuate in school. Like not everyone may stay a straight A student. Um, all throughout school. But yeah, let's continue watching this.
At our school, we work closely with families to tailor the learning program to each child's needs, talents, interests, and learning styles. This way, each student has exactly what's needed to do his or her best. Using our proven college preparatory curriculum and engaging technology, students attend school from home or wherever there's an internet connection with close parental involvement. Our high-quality program ensures students gain the essential knowledge and skills necessary for college and career readiness.
Right, like, okay, just because everything is online doesn't mean they don't want you to like do things like take notes or something like that, because note taking is very important. Note taking is very, very, very important in school. Especially where high school and college is concerned. Because in high school, you take a lot of notes. Like, a lot of notes. I am not I'm not kidding. I I literally have notebooks upon notebooks um filled with notes. I don't even know where said notebooks are, but yeah, I've had like a bunch of notebooks that I've filled with things like gov notes or math notes or like gov notes or math notes, definitely English notes, um so on and so forth. But yeah, we took a lot of notes. We took a lot of tests. We did a lot of writing. We did a bunch of writing in high school. Um, like a bunch. We had like we had essays at, when I was in school. I had essays pretty much on a weekly basis. That were always due on Monday. So, at the start of the week. So I was always doing homework on the weekends. Like when they say that you don't have homework, it's like your classwork counts as your homework. And in high school, like good luck with that. Like when you're in high school, you're going to have a lot on your plate because they're trying to get you ready for college if you decide to go to college and so on and so forth. But yeah, just know you take a lot of notes in high school and in college.
We also empower students to become self-directed, confident learners, ready to participate in a global society. At our school, the entire learning experience is built around the student. We apply a student-centered approach to helping your child develop essential skills for school and for life. With this approach, it is recommended that each child have a caretaker, typically a parent. Teachers, curriculum, and
Mm-hmm.
caretakers work together to support, enrich, and customize learning. A caretaker, usually a parent, provides daily support to keep the student on task. Talented, certified teachers regularly reach out to students through phone calls and emails. Teachers work with a caretaker.
Yeah, like they actually work with them so that they're not lost in what is being taught, because I know that's a very common question. It's like, what are you learning? Or things like, this isn't how I learned it in school, or whatever, or whatever the typical um comment is. So with an experience like that, like the parent knows what is being taught
To
so that they're
create a
not
personalized learning
lost.
plan that supports the student's learning style, abilities, and needs. This teamwork helps ensure each student's success. Instruction and study take place both online and offline. Independent work is balanced with attending virtual live lesson sessions, where the teacher provides students with a real-time.
So basically you do online sessions, and then you do your work independently, um and so on and so forth.
Interactive classroom experience. To offer this high quality program to students, we have partnered with Pearson, a leading education company that has provided virtual instruction to students worldwide for more than a decade. Their award winning curriculum includes dynamic multimedia resources and interactive instructional tools that bring learning to life. With hundreds of courses, you and your student can personalize the learning program according to his or her interests. Every course in our comprehensive curriculum has been designed to engage students fully and prepare them for the next step in their academic careers.
Mm-hmm.
Your child will build a solid foundation in reading, writing, and mathematics while developing exploration,
Mathematics means math.
critical thinking, and problem solving skills. With our school, the learning schedule is flexible, yet structured enough to keep students on track.
Right.
Families appreciate having greater control over their schedules. so students have more time for sports, the performing arts, and other personal interests like community and social activities. Students also have the option to take more time for challenging subjects or move quickly through lessons that are easily mastered. It's a complete, high-quality education designed to help each student reach his or her highest potential. And what's more, year after year, parents of students in Pearson's network of schools give us high marks for our superb curriculum, outstanding technology, and helpful teachers, and they continue to recommend us to other families. An impressive 95% of parents agree that both the curriculum is high quality and that their children are satisfied with the program, while 93% of parents agree that our technology tools improve their child's learning experience. Call us today to learn more or to get started.
So that gave you a little bit of an insight of what it might be like if you decide to go with this school. Um, so yeah, I will be right back. I have some things I have to clear out. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this is about it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like, comment, and please subscribe to my channel for more videos, and subscribe to the podcast wherever you get your podcast. Or wherever you get your podcasts from. So, with that said, I'm gonna go now, and I will see you all later. Goodbye, guys.